show hitting the scene. Shit tales of Oz and foreigner dreams. Tales are crazy wild as the wind. Laughs and madness could make you spin. Big towns rolling forward as king. The podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tuning folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide. From down under to the Sunshine State, mishaps and mayhem can't escape fate. Chuvalo and Croc Dundee, a wild ride on Podcast C. Shit towns rolling Florida's king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tuning folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide. From down under to the Sunshine State, mishaps and mayhem can't escape fate. Chuvalo and Croc Dundee, a wild ride on Podcast C. Shit towns rolling Florida's king. Podcast chaos, it's a wild thing. Tuning folks for a hell of a ride. Crazy stories far and wide.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Craptown Florida Man Power Ranking Podcast. I am NCR News Network, joined as always by the best field marshal out there, friend and colleague, Anthony Caruso.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, NCR, and welcome wherever you are right around the world. I'm going to say, despite all the challenges you've had over the last couple of weeks, NCR, you're sounding quite husky and somewhat beautiful, especially given the Valentine's Day we've just had.
Oh, yes. You know, it's funny you brought that up because our favorite sheriff did something special for Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a look at his very special Valentine's Day message to the members of Polk County.
Everyone, Sheriff Brady Judd, and yes, this is Valentine's Day. It's a special day. And I care so much about you. I want you to be able to do something special for your Valentine or your ex-Valentine. You know, a set of silver bracelets, a limousine ride one way, a special place, a private room, a free meal at the jail, of course. Just think about it. You can know exactly where your special person is on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's. Oh, by the way, if they have a warrant, we can make it real special. Oh, everyone, Sheriff Brady Judd, and yes, this
That's too good. Well played. Well played.
Oh, thank you, Sheriff Judd. Keep doing you, buddy.
And not only that, but given the Valentine's Day special, we do have a message from one of our favorite sponsors. Allow your imagination to run wilder than Hulkamania down at Becca's House of Secrets. With a wide range of books, games, and accessories, Becca and her team will help you immerse yourself into whatever fantasy you may have. Mention the promo code HUN at checkout for 10% off. Check out their great range of products and make sure they see you next Tuesday at Becca's House of Secrets, where your fantasy is our secret.
Whoa, just a steamy up in here.
Oh, no, it's getting a little bit hot, isn't it? Just a slight bit. No, you'd think the captain was on.
Wait a minute. No, that's not Anne Hathaway, thank God.
No.
I thought she was hanging around here. If Anne was here, you know the captain was here.
Oh, well, regrettably, Angela White's not here either, but, we have to carry on, unfortunately. So, with that in mind, time for the ceremonial coin, and time for you to make your call.
I'm going heads.
The call is heads, and it's a tail.
Ah.
And I'm going to kick things off here tonight. It's a nice and easy one. In 10th place this week. Well, it's been a while since they came in 10th place, but they've done it once again. In 10th place is Port Pirie, South Australia, still shit.
Port Pirie. Back into your traditional spot. May you slumber as the shit heap. that you are.
Absolutely. At least, this time, there's no repeat of what happened last week because, last week with the entire drug bust that happened in Port Pirie, at least there's no repeat of it this time because that was just simply horrendous.
Well, as long as it's also not a repeat of the Cadbury situation, I think we're fine.
Yeah, well, that gave everyone the shits, I think, in every sense of the word. Who was your number 10?
Oh, number 10 is a special one. A drunken Florida man found sitting passed out outside of a 7-Eleven with no pants.
No pants, you say?
Yes.
Should we send pants after him instead?
I mean, we could, but I don't think pants would come back with pants.
Well played, sir. Well played. You've been saving that one up all week, haven't you?
I have. I'm not gonna lie. But as it states in the article, if you get arrested for DUI outside of a 7-Eleven without pants on, this might be the time to make a few life changes. One Florida man crashed into a pole outside of a gas station, having drunken himself that he didn't remember doing it. So a 24-year-old Florida man who left a party to head to the gas station for more alcohol woke up behind bars. Police officers responded to the scene after he had crashed up into a pole outside of the 7-Eleven. As police officers approached the wrecked blue Ford sedan, they noticed that our 24-year-old suspect was sitting in the driver's seat without pants. He had wet his pants and set them in the passenger side with 2 empty beer cans. Oh, it gets better.
Oh, how?
What? When asked for ID, he produced a Mexican ID, headed to the officers. Upon exiting the vehicle, he admitted that he was drunk, was out of alcohol, getting more alcohol from the 7-Eleven, and taking it on his way home from the party that he didn't remember wrecking his car from. Now, we do have a BAC. Would you like to take a guess?
I'm going to guess 0.19.
And you're going to go higher.
Ooh, 0.23.
Higher.
What? 0.25.
He provided a sample on the field of 0.256, and then when they actually drew labs, it was 2.60.
So, what is scary?
Now,
it was still going up.
Yes. Now, this is the funny part. This is coming directly from the article. I'm not a scientist or a cop, but I'm guessing that those numbers meant that he was totally smashed.
Well, the fact that his BAC was still going up at the time meant that he still hadn't finished off all that alcohol yet.
He was arrested and charged for DUI and driver without a license in Lake County. He has currently been released after posting a $1,500 bond.
Remember, kids, drink responsibly.
Yeah, they weren't drinking Vaucluse bitters. I can tell you that much.
No, definitely we're not drinking Vaucluse bitter.
Who is your number 9?
My number 9. Well, we're going to head off to Launceston. Now, if you think things weren't bad enough in Tasmania after what happened at the Cadbury factory, and we are still Our thoughts and prayers go to anyone eating chocolate at the moment, given what happened there. But I'm going to need a little bit of help from this because I hope Troy's at the ready, because our story at Launceston is a pest has been accused of flashing his cock for over 2 hours in a public park.
Troy.
I'm Troy McClure, and I'll leave you with what we all came here to see. Hardcore nudity!
Oh, there has to be one in every episode, doesn't there?
Oh, yes.
Oh, boy. Let's go through it. A man has been charged over an incident at Royal Park, Launceston on Friday morning. Police received multiple reports of a man exposing himself to members of the public in the area between 8 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. A 43-year-old Launceston man was later arrested by police and charged with prohibited behaviour. He will appear in Launceston Magistrates Court in April. Police are calling for any witnesses to the incident, in particular anyone who may have witnessed a man acting in an offensive manner on the walking path between Royal Park and Kings Bridge. So, there's this bloke. He's in the middle of a park in Launceston, and you know what? This bloke has just decided, I'm going to rock out with my cock out.
You know, think about it, especially on Valentine's Day. You know, there's a couple, they go there, they have a nice little picnic. You start rooting your gal, and before you know it, there's just some dude watching you with his cock out. You know what? See, you see that? The only thing that comes to your mind is,
You fucking weirdo.
I know. Who's your number 9?
well, my number 9, CJ.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
We're back at
it's one of those
7-Eleven.
ones.
We're back at 7-Eleven.
Did they get a slushie at least?
I don't think so.
God damn it. You think that if they're going to keep going to a 7-Eleven, at least bring back a slushie?
I know, right?
How rude.
Well, a Florida woman is arrested after hitting a 7-Eleven clerk with bananas and stealing $800 from a Walmart. I told you we were.
Wow. Bananas.
This is coming from the Mirror US, so you're gonna have a hard time reading the article. I apologize, but well,
was the ship bananas?
it was bananas, but not only that, it's a stripper. A Florida stripper was arrested after battering a 7-Eleven clerk with bananas and then stealing $800 from a Walmart. A 22-year-old Florida stripper was arrested last month for allegedly, I love this, allegedly becoming furious at the 7-Eleven clerk. So the police say that a Florida stripper whose last name is Turner, allegedly got into a verbal altercation with a 33-year-old female employee. According to reports that were turned in by the Smoking Gun, both Turner and the employee, who are later identified as Taylor Neeg, began to exchange in a derogatory comments towards each other. A police report then points out that Turner became irate, picked up a banana, and chucked it at the clerk. In the police report, the fruit struck the woman on the cheekbone and left a bruise, according to the reports and photos. The banana was not seized for evidence, however.
Hang on, what was bruised? The face of the banana?
The face.
Okay, just making sure.
Now it gets better. The outlet then reports that she was later arrested and booked for the battery charges in the county jail, for a misdemeanor account, after working at Baby Dolls in Clearwater, a gentleman's club miles from the 7-Eleven outlet.
The story just keeps getting better and better.
Well, it turns out she was also booked in for grand theft after a conversation with a neighboring county, where it was reported that she had stolen $800 worth of merchandise from a Walmart. She is currently being held without bond at the time of the article. But according to her lengthy rap sheet, she could be facing some very hefty issues. Now, she was not able to, she's already on probation, so she wasn't able to perform her 75 hours of community service to pay off her court fees. And the woman was held for arrest, and the officers were official name was not given. However, we called Baby Dolls, and regrettably, a trespass was issued.
Oh, damn! What, they didn't want to? They didn't want to address the scrutiny.
No.
Oh dear, oh dear. Maybe we need to get some random detective from Cumming in Georgia to go and check this out.
Oh yes, we definitely do. But we have a picture of the Florida woman in question.
Uh-oh.
Here we have her. And she's a
Is it-
keeper for somebody.
Oh, you know who that reminds me of? That reminds me of Divine Brown. Maybe Hugh Grant wants to come and pick her up.
Hugh, I know you're busy with Heretic, but come give her a pickup.
Yep, absolutely.
She needs a ride.
Yep.
You gotta love Florida woman.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shall we move on?
Yes, please.
Number 8 for Shit Sounds of Australia. And even though we don't have a clip for this, I am going to bring a clip out for us to use because it's just too good to pass up. And it is Sydney, New South Wales, where a couple have been caught rooting on a train. And to bring this one in, I could think of no better person than for us to bring it in.
Let's get busy.
Nice. Thank you, Mr. Eisenhower. You were a valuable president.
Absolutely. Former President Eisenhower certainly knew how to get busy. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing tonight, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
With this story anyway. Well, what happened with this one, you may be saying? Well, a pair of commuters have been caught in an alleged sex act on a Sydney train. The couple took advantage of the slight delay in their journey to take part in an X-rated activity, unaware that they were being filmed by another passenger. The shocked commuter uploaded the footage to Reddit on Saturday with the caption, "Sydney train special." Aussies were quick to share their thoughts on the lewd act, with some speculating the pair were heading towards the CBD at the time. You reckon they tapped on? One asked. Some people are real go-getters, said another. I'm still lying in bed and these people are out and about on their Saturday morning embracing the day. Another one replied, I'm guessing their Friday night hasn't ended. Yeah. Someone even wrote, are they getting off at Rudy Hill? A Sydney train spokesperson said they were disgusted by this illegal act on board one of their services. Oh, boy. And what's more, we do have a censored picture of the incident.
All right.
It is censored, so we are safe.
Okay. For now.
For now. There it is. Right in the corner there.
Wow. You know, you would think you couldn't do reverse cowgirl that way, but nature finds a way.
Indeed. Unfortunately, due to the pixelation, it looks more like a Minecraft sex scene.
Well.
Don't get any ideas, people. Oh dear, oh dear. And would you believe in the article there is actually a link to the video? Although I do know the link is currently broken at the moment. I wonder why.
Well,
Who is your
before
number?
we get to my number
Who's your
8,
number 8? Oh.
before we get there, one thing to the person who broke the link.
Oh, well, you can kindly go fuck yourself.
That's very good. That is very good.
My number 8 is a Florida woman who is channeling her inner captain lately.
Really?
Oh, yes. This is the headline. Do y'all job. Florida woman taunts sheriffs to arrest her.
Go on.
Yes, well, thank you to the fine folks at Channel 8 NBC Tampa Bay. I grew up watching your channel and your news reports. A Gainesville woman has made arguments online with the Achachi Sheriff's Office where they had clapped back, warning the woman on social media after she shared the agency's Facebook post with taunts towards the deputies to arrest her. On Tuesday, they were asking for any information on a incident involving a man. I think it's a woman. Sorry, Richardson. I'm going to just go by her last name because her first name's hard to pronounce. Age 27, began to share a photo with the caption, "Shh, ain't that hard to find, do y'all job," on the sheriff's office Facebook page. Now, this was just on a wanted poster, right? And would you like to know what her nickname is?
Go
Or
for
one
it.
of her many aliases?
Go for
Panky.
it.
So Panky began to insult the cops. Low key, after the cops had reported back to her that, they had somewhere special for her, she then clapped back. Low key, you ate that. Lucky for you, you are used to those plays. Hard to get, yo. This was written on Valentine's Day.
Jeez.
I am not making how this shit is written. This is just what it was. I don't have that bad of grammar. Now, this is what I love, is what the sheriff's office replied back to her with. The sheriff's office told Panky that we will pick you up in a custom green and white whip, take you to the best bed and breakfast in town. Oh, and she responded back. In another Facebook post, she said, "High key ate once, and I challenge y'all deputies to arrest her." Oh, the grammatical nightmare is giving me a headache, but we're almost done.
Oh, no.
She then replied back to the cops, "That's why y'all mad now. Come get me, pigs."
Did she go to the same school as Chili DeCastro?
I'm willing to bet. However, if anybody has any information on her, please contact the local Crime Stoppers or the lead investigator whose numbers are in the article.
I could just imagine her doing a deposition and she's going, "Oh, but if my dog could talk, my dog."
Oh, we're not done with Panky, because
Oh, dear God.
I want you to take a look at this verbal genius right here. Yes, this is the verbal genius here. Oh, shit. Look at her.
Quanteria Aliza Richardson.
I was not going to take a chance on pronunciation because I knew I was going to fuck it up.
Aliza Richardson. That is, yeah, it's a very funky way of, yeah.
But look at her. She's special.
Ain't nobody got time for that. You knew that was coming, didn't you?
I knew it. And I still wasn't ready.
Oh, let's
Number
give our
7,
brains
please, sir.
Oh, we need to move from that, don't we? And we're off to Perth in WA for number 7 for the Shit Towns of Australia. And this one makes me a little bit sad. It makes me very sad. And the reason why is because it does involve one of our heroes of the 1980s.
Don't tell me.
A concert was cancelled due to a massive sewer fatberg. Do you want to know whose concert it was?
Whose?
Bryan Adams.
No. God.
How can you do that to Bryan Adams, of all people?
I mean, the summer of '69. Come on. That's a classic. That's a beautiful song. It's a coming of age song.
He has so many other good songs as well. Like, you can actually get a full concert of hits with a Bryan Adams concert. And you went and did that to him. So, what happened? An enormous fatberg in central Perth has forced a Bryan Adams concert to be cancelled after authorities raised concerns that sewerage may back up at the venue's toilets. Now, a lot of you might be looking at me and just going, what on earth is a fatberg? It is basically a mass of waste matter in a sewer system, and it's basically what happens when you get so much untreated sewerage building up to the point where as it passes through, it just backs everything up behind it.
Oh, just.
That's nasty.
Yeah, pretty much. Bryan Adams was due to perform at the Western Australian Capitals RAC Arena on Sunday night, but the city's water corporation said a large blockage of fat, grease and rags was causing wastewater overflows at nearby properties, prompting authorities to intervene. Frontier Touring posted a statement on Monday announcing the cancellation that attendees would receive an automatic refund in full. Last night's concert could not proceed due to an external Perth Water Corporation issue, which was unable to be fixed in time. The issue, which impacted all of Wellington Street, meant it was deemed unsafe for patrons to enter RAC Arena. Now, the support act was scheduled to take the stage at 7:45 p.m. before Bryan Adams was due to start at 9 p.m. The text message was sent out that the concert had been delayed at 7:15. 20 minutes later, the doors had to remain closed. And then at 9 p.m., the concert was delayed and then eventually was cancelled. Frustrated concert. Yeah.
I'm just sad to say, nobody got to hear Bryan Adams' one of the most popular songs of the 90s. Because he would have done it. Everything I do it for you.
Oh, given it's Valentine's Day as well during this week as well, that is perfectly acceptable. Mind you, you should check out some of the interesting Facebook posts that came out. Yeah, thanks for telling us 3 hours after the event and 3 hours after we stood in a queue. Pathetic. Terrible service. An international pop star like Bryan Adams comes to Perth, and this is what we offer him. But here's the coup de grace. And here's my nomination for the MVP. Someone who wrote this as the response. Bryan Adams. Please forgive me. It's the summer of shits in your urine. Please forgive me. I can tell you it wasn't mine.
80 slow clap begins.
That is my nomination for the MVP of the week.
Oh, God. God, that is a good one. Oh,
2 songs referenced in one stained post.
you know, I've got a friend, and she's been a friend of mine since I was a fucking little kid. And her current husband asked me one time, it's like, yo, what do I do to make something special for her? I'm like, you know what you do? You play these 2 songs for her, you cook her a nice dinner, and she will fall in love with you. I'm proud to say that advice was giving him the courage to play Brian Adams. And they now have 3 beautiful children.
Outstanding.
Brian Adams,
And
the man who makes miracles.
yeah, and Perth went and did that to him.
He deserves better.
Much better. But to that person who did the post, congratulations, sir. You've been nominated for our MVP.
Not only that, we will track down your details due to Dwayne's shady backgrounds, and we will provide you with a $10 gift card to Becca's House of Secrets.
Hot damn. What is your number
Do you
7?
mean, wait, did you mean,
Hot damn!
Oh, thank you, Captain Holt. Thank you, Captain Holt, indeed. Who is your number 7?
my number 7 is a degenerate Florida man who was arrested after injuring a great white heron with a rock at Bill Baggers Park.
A rock or the rock?
A rock.
Damn it.
A man was arrested at age 34, Edgar Asmado Vasquez, for the offense of involuntary harm to a federally protected wildlife. A manhunt, the search for a man who injured a great white heron with a rock at Bill Baggers Park in Cape Florida State Park on the 20th of January ended February 7th when Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation announced that they had captured and arrested Edgar Espato Vasquez for the offense of involuntary harm to federally protected wildlife. Edgar, who is an immigrant, is on an immigration hold, calling into question his legal status into the U.S., was charged with 1 count of wounding or killing an endangered species in the 3rd degree, which is a felony.
Jesus.
Now, a woman in the park called the Pelican Harbor Seabird Sanctuary to report that she had witnessed a man throw a rock at a great white heron. According to the press release from Fish and Game, the officers investigated and determined that Vasquez was fishing at the park, became angry at the heron who was eating bait, and started to throw rocks at the bird, striking the animal several times, injuring it. The man admitted that he hurled rocks at the heron. Prior to his being arrested and transported to jail. Now, the protections resources in Florida for the Fish and Game did find the bird. The bird was taken to the Pelican Harbor Bird Sanctuary. We are grateful that there was a witness because the bird had to undergo emergency surgery for the best chances to recover. According to x-rays, the rocks had caused severe breaks in the bones and in the neck of the bird.
Jeez.
He is currently being arrested, and he is in the Turner Grifford Knight Correctional Facility. He could be facing a maximum penalty for these charges, and I have pictures of the bird. I don't know if you've ever seen a white heron before, but they are very beautiful birds. And to see somebody do this to an animal,
Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful.
I, Reggie, calm down, buddy. Put down the bayonets. Put down the bayonets. Come on, buddy. He's in jail.
Is Reginald getting angry? Is he?
Reginald and a couple of other emails are just pulling out bayonets, and they're just. I don't know if that's Travelocity or
You haven't shown
they're
the-
looking up trips.
The Flamingo Squadron aren't aware of this, are they?
I did have to make a decree to them to stand down. To stand down. However, I am aware that there are several avian agents waiting for him outside of the jail facility.
I'm just getting breaking news on this. I think that the chicken battalion in Hawaii are apparently making a move. Oh no, not the Hawaiian chickens.
I mean, we dealt with a lot here. I implore them to just wait at the airfield. Do not do anything rash.
Reginald, we need you to get everyone in line. Keep them on standby. Just standby. Dear, oh dear. We better move on before we get him even more angry.
Oh, yeah.
Number 6 for the shit towns of Australia. And we head off to our first, and I'm going to break this to you. I don't know, I'm going to break this to you, NCR. The first of 5 stories from Victoria this week.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to break something to you. There will not be a single story from Queensland this week.
No.
Queensland's behaved themselves.
Well, it's good to see that they've matured, but
Victoria, geez. The story, dead shits steal firefighting equipment from an airport. Oh boy.
Man.
Police in Victoria's West have confirmed that they are investigating the theft of firefighting gear, which occurred while a large bushfire burned in a nearby national park. Investigators say they believe thieves broke into a trailer at a Country Fire Authority building near Ballarat's airport about days before this bushfire started, and actually they broke in before Christmas Day. Police allege the suspect stole specialist equipment used by firefighting aircraft. As a result, they had this bushfire go out, and the nearby bushfire ended up claiming 4 homes and burned more than 76,000 hectares in the Grampians National Park. Not only that,
hold on. Hold on, I have something for this.
And the plot thickens!
It did. And what made it worse, their pager, the firefighters' pager, without the equipment, went off, saying that a local sports club was on fire as well. But it turned out that the pager that had been sent was a hoax by the thieves who had stolen all that equipment.
Oh, you little bastards.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys have the same law here over there, but here, causing a false report like that is a major felony. It is a violation of the FCC's emergency guidelines, which could get you, I think it's like 6 years in federal prison.
Now, to give you a bit of an idea, that is one of the trucks that was stolen and then set alight. So not only did the thieves steal the equipment, they then said, yeah, we don't need the truck anymore. We're going to set it on fire. That's the gate that they rammed in to steal all the equipment.
Jesus Christ.
If you know where these deadbeats are, please call Crime Stoppers on 1-800-333-000.
Do your civic duty, people.
These dead shits deserve to be dobbed in. Who is your number 6?
My number 6, Goofy.
Oh, fucking do it again.
Oh no, don't tell me we're going back to another 7-Eleven.
No, we have another bird incident.
Oh no.
Florida man who shot a tuner swan in front of a bird watching group is getting a lifetime hunting ban.
Reginald. Where's Reginald? Oh no. I gotta go get Reginald. Keep going, I'll be right back.
Well, it's been reported that a man lied to authorities after shooting a snow white goose. First, he was caught on camera shooting the protected bird, and then proceeded to lie about it to authorities.
Reginald, stand down. Reginald, stand down. We're going to check to see if they've got him. We will check to see if they've got him. All right.
Yes.
First things first. Did they get him?
Yes, they did catch him. They had proof. Not only did they have video proof, but they had eyewitnesses show him shoot this beautiful white bird.
Reginald, stand down. They got him. They got him. Stand down. I think he's down. He's down. He's down.
Now, this is a very beautiful swan. I have to say this. He was charged for shooting a protected species. But not only that, he has received a permanent hunting ban.
Good.
Now, for the shooting of the tundra swan, he is facing 6 months of probation, $1,500 in fines, a lifetime permanent hunting ban in the state of Florida, and he could be facing some jail time for the tundra swan shooting, because a tundra swan shooting falls under violations of the Migratory Bird Treaty and Act, and for possessing an illegal duck stand. And the ironic thing is, it had tundra swans on the duck blind.
Oh my God. Like, how stupid is this guy? Oh my God.
We have photos. I don't want to show them because it is just atrocious, but I want people to see what this man shot, because a tundra swan is just very, very beautiful.
Do we need to establish some trigger warnings?
We might, because I'm going to pull up a photo of a tundra swan.
Brace yourselves, people. These photos may be distressing for some.
This is what the asshole shot. So, if Reginald wants to go after him, I'm not going to stop him. But look at that bird.
It's beautiful. Majestic.
It's truly a beautiful bird species, and the asshole who shot the bird, may you burn in hell.
Wood chipper?
Wood chipper, definitely.
Wood chipper. Yeah. He's getting the wood chipper. And there is a nomination. There's an early nomination for the Golden Turd.
Who is your number 5?
Number 5, we're going to stay in Victoria, and we're going to head to Warragul in Victoria, where shoplifting Gronkettes allegedly threatens Kmart staff with a syringe. Unfortunately, the story is behind a paywall, but we can confirm that 2 women charged into a Kmart in Warragul not only threatened staff with a syringe, they also threatened witnesses with a taser whilst conducting a theft. Now, the activity is pretty garbage in its behavior in its own right. But it's like, how bad must you be as a human that you have to go and rob a Kmart of all places?
That's pretty bad.
That's not even scraping the bottom of the barrel. You are under the bottom of the barrel. You are such a rubbish human. You have to arm yourself with a syringe and a taser to rob a Kmart? Get that shit down to forensics, honestly. Let's move on to your 5.
My number 5 takes us back to another gas station, but we're in Polk County, so...
Hi-yo!
A Florida man passed out at gas pumps is waking up by bite from canine deputy.
He passed out at the gas station?
At the pumps.
Okay.
Polk County Sheriff's deputies wake up a driver who tried to drive away by setting the canine to bite him. A frost-proof man was at a gas station asleep behind the wheel. When police officers began to awake him, it turned violent, where the canine was released. And you know what? It is a 7-Eleven yet again. I am sorry.
Oh my God.
You know, if this was a slot machine, I would hit the grand prize here.
I know.
It's triple sevens.
Well,
sevens, baby.
At this rate, 7-Eleven should be sponsoring this. Actually, who knows? Maybe the YouTube algorithm will pop up a 7-Eleven ad right now.
Well,
Cha-ching.
this is actually Davenport, Florida. Again, my theory: when you have port in your name, you become a shithole.
Yep, agreed.
The deputies responded to the vehicle where 2 men were sleeping in the front of a black 2006 Honda Accord. And guess what? There was a 4-year-old small girl sleeping in the back.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
When the 2 snoozers were awoken by deputies, chaos erupted where the driver got physically aggressive. And, well, they released Canine Officer Zork into a fury to bite this sad, bad person. The 4-year-old passenger was safe. She was not harmed. The 2 individuals are currently in jail and were charged with possession of a stolen firearm, child abuse offenses, and no bond has been set to this time. The dog did not suffer any serious injuries, according to officers.
They got zorked.
Yes, they did.
Good boy. That's a second MVP nomination. Officer Zork.
Oh, yeah. Who is your number 4?
My number 4, and yes, we are staying in Victoria. This time, we're off to Somerville in Victoria, where 3 feral teens have been arrested after allegedly pointing stolen toy guns at shoppers, including a woman with a baby.
You fucking bastards.
I know. A young mother has told of the horrifying moment after she allegedly had a fake gun pointed at her and her 18-month-old baby in a shopping centre on Victoria's Mornington Peninsula. The woman, who did not want to be identified, said she believed the guns were real when 3 boys began waving them around at Somerville Central Shopping Centre just before 11 a.m. She said she was playing with her little girl at a playground inside Target when the alleged offenders held the fake weapons at them and an elderly couple as they fled the store. I just went into protection mode and wanted to protect my daughter, the woman said. She cried on the way home, so I was hoping she's still too young to understand. A video posted on social media appears to show one of the boys pointing the fake weapon to the woman's face as she held her baby. Now, I've got a photo of this, and I am not going to show this. It is alleged the boys stole the fake guns from the store inside the shopping center at about 10:40 a.m. I am pleased to inform you that the trio were arrested in the shopping center car park shortly after.
Well, that's good, but the real question is, can they be redeemed? And if not, do we throw them to the chipper?
At this point, I'm thinking they need a tour of the wood chipper. Not in, but I think a good tour will do.
You know, why don't we put them in the splash zone?
Put them in the splash zone while the guy who shot the swans gets dipped into the wood chipper.
Oh, we're gonna have more than one person at that wood chipper this week for my end.
Oh boy.
Because that leads us right into my number 4.
Go for it.
A Florida woman who is a Burrard School security specialist is accused of striking an ESE student with a belt.
Oh no.
If you're not familiar with the term ESE, ESE is meant for special needs students or students that have learning disabilities or physical handicaps. I had to disable my ad block for a second here. I am sorry, but a Florida woman who is a security expert for the Brevard County Schools struck a ESE student with a belt and received a 5-day suspension for inappropriate conduct. I feel that's not enough. But in Plantation, Florida, a school security specialist who worked at a middle school was arrested for accusations she struck a student who had intellectually delayed, who was an intellectually delayed student who was limitedly verbal skills with a belt. Yes, she struck a limited verbal skilled student with a belt.
Jeez.
I can't stretch this enough. According to the police report, just after 4 p.m., April 5th of 2024, on a school bus at Plantation Middle School, located at the 6600 block of West Sunrise Boulevard, police said that security specialist Keisha Coleman, age 31, boarded a school bus at the request of the driver over a 14-year-old boy who was, quote unquote, not listening. According to the reports, the teen was involved in the ESC program for his school, where he is intellectually delayed and has a limited language that he can speak. The police say that Coleman approached the boy who was sitting facing the aisle of the school bus with his hands holding on to the top of a seat. She said, "You think I'm playing?" There is a video showing Coleman, does this look like I'm playing, where she removed her belt from her pants and struck the student.
Jeez.
She, according to the report, Coleman also told the student, put it on, when possibly refusing to fasten his seatbelt. She struck him multiple times.
Can't do that.
Quoting saying, "Next time I come on here, I'll do something to y'all."
Can't do that. You cannot do that.
I don't want to read anymore because I'm getting fucking infuriated. But she was charged for child abuse without great bodily harm by the police. According to police records, on Wednesday afternoon, Coleman was being held at the county jail on a $5,000 bond.
That's weak.
It is unclear if the driver of the school bus will face any punishment, but you know what? I want them both in the wood chipper. I don't care how much it costs me. I want them both there.
Yeah. That's disgraceful.
You could see why. You know, I knew some of these kids in school when I was in school, and some of these kids, they are some of the most special kids that you will ever meet. When I was in high school, there was a very limited verbal student, but he was super smart at math. But he was in the NC programs, and he couldn't, really verbalize what he needed. But to do that to a middle school kid, I mean, that is just, you're a fucking monster.
You're a disgrace. You should be sacked. Yeah, if we get the details of this cretin, name and shame. Name and shame. Yeah. Moving on before we blow our heads with all of this. Number 3, the bronze medal for Shit Towns of Australia for this week. We head off to Southwest Rocks in New South Wales. And it's more shit behavior from kids. Kids aged 10 and 11 loot 5 stores for cash, booze, and clothes. Southwest Rocks locals are speaking out about youth crime in the area after a string of break-ins were caught on camera Saturday night. While the Premier has committed $2 million to preventing offending in Moree, the opposition leader says places like the Macleay are being overlooked. And oh boy, it is not great. There is a clear picture of these 2 kids going on their rampage, stealing from all of these stores. Oh.
Jesus Christ.
What is going on? The kids need to get their act together, honestly. Who is your bronze medalist?
My bronze medalist is a Florida man who shot his neighbor in the ankle and beat him with a golf club, wins trial with a self-defense claim.
Really?
I am not making this up, but a 77-year-old Florida man who was shot walking his dog in the ankle and beaten with a golf club at a senior care facility. No, he shot a dog walker. I'm sorry. In the ankle and beat him with a golf club at a senior community near Delray Beach. Overcame the worst of the 3 criminal charges by claiming self-defense. Robert Levy on Thursday of the aggravated battery with a firearm, discharging a firearm in public, and he somehow got off 3 of the charges and won the case. Bludgeoning a man with a golf club after he shot him. According to the news article, a financial analyst from New York told jurors he was in fear of his life when he encountered the 64-year-old. Yeah, there was no reason for him to shoot him. I guess they got into an altercation, but according to the reports, a anti-Semitic slur may have been used. So,
right. And what was the dog?
A Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, come on.
It was a 14-year-old Jack Russell Terrier named Annie.
A 14-year-old Jack Russell. If it was something like a Mastiff or a Pit Bull, yeah, maybe. A 14-year-old Jack Russell, you're out of your mind. This isn't one of those cases that was practiced on the stand your ground laws, is it?
There is so much to go through in this actual article because I had to kind of cliff notes it down here because it's such a long piece. But
yeah,
I don't know if there's a stand your ground law defense that's going to work, but this just proves Florida is just fucking wild.
Jeez, I didn't realize that they consider 14-year-old Jack Russells to be a life-threatening situation.
Apparently. Who is your silver medalist?
Our silver medalist, well, we head back to Victoria and we head off to Sal in Victoria, where, oh boy, I think we're going to need Mr. Mackey for this, because a meth head in a ute has been hooning through the middle of a shopping centre. Mr. Mackey, do your
Drugs
thing.
are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad. Because drugs are bad, okay? It's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs, okay? That'd be bad. Drugs are bad, okay?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Oh boy. A man is on the run after driving through a shopping centre in Victoria's East. Emergency services were called to the Gippsland Centre on Cunningham Street in Sal around 3:40 p.m. on Monday. Police said a person in a red Ford Falcon ute drove through the front glass doors of the shopping centre before exiting on the other side and fleeing the scene. Crews from Ambulance Victoria and the CFA were called to assist, but no one was injured. Narelle Stevenson owns and operates Baker's Delight in the shopping centre. Miss Stevenson and her employees were in the middle of the afternoon rush when they heard a huge bang. I saw a ute drive through the glass sliding doors just near the bakery. It dodged signs, dodged our bakery and my staff, and then revved quite hard to get through the centre before driving straight through the opposite sliding doors. Several witnesses says people of all ages ran for cover and tried to find refuge as the vehicle sped by. School was out and there were lots of kids around just shopping as normal and getting something to eat, Miss Stevenson said. Gippsland Centre management have advised the ABC that half of the shopping precinct has been closed as an active crime scene. Miss Stevenson said her staff was shaken but doing okay. It will be business as usual on Tuesday. I would imagine that he would come through here again. He must have had a motive for driving through here. Victoria Police are urging anyone with further information or footage to come forward. Yeah.
That is
And-
a wild one.
That is a wild one. And just to give you a bit of an idea, this is the entrance that the man allegedly drove through.
God damn. Well,
And it looks like he's done a bit of a burnout turn there. There's the Baker's Delight. Just there. Wow.
I'm sorry, but
That's wild.
that is wild.
Can you top that with your silver medalist?
Yes, I can.
Oh.
Well, we're going to need to talk to Homer about something.
It's a pornography store. I was buying pornography.
Were you really buying pornography, Homer?
No, but a Florida woman is arrested for alleged dildo attack.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
A 50-year-old Florida woman identified as Jolisa Negron was allegedly assaulted her ex-partner with an unconventional weapon, a dildo. The altercation led to a domestic assault where Negron was later charged with domestic battery. Negron, being a recently immigrated resident from Puerto Rico, said that she was temporarily staying with an ex-partner to gather her belongings to get into a new home that was not ready yet. Law enforcement officers said that the situation got interesting over the ex-partner's Instagram activities, where the deputy said it reached its climax where Negron allegedly confronted the man and aggressively began to provoke him concerning the allegations of, maybe they were going to get back together. No, it turned tumultuous where Negron stepped behind him, brandishing a dildo, and struck her partner with the sex boy multiple times. Negron was arrested for domestic battery, faced a $1,000 bond, has an upcoming court date in March, and a judicial order mandating no contact between Negron and the victim, who has had issues prior to filing this particular arrangement. So, my only question, and it's a valid question, was it a big black dildo?
So it wasn't a 12-inch black rubber cock.
That is my concern. I don't know, because all they say is it's just a toy. But I mean, it would have to be a very big toy to do some damage. I mean,
Jeez.
Who is your gold medalist, sir?
Oh. Well, our gold medalist is for Shit Towns of Australia for the week ending the 16th of February 2025 is Melbourne, Victoria. There's your 5 from Victoria this week. What a performance it was. And we've got 3 stories. It's a multi this week from Melbourne. First off, we've got a pool lifeguard who was gang bashed while on duty. I mean, seriously. Gang bash a lifeguard.
Now, I've seen movies where lifeguards got gang banged, but not gang bashed.
NCR.
Kind of news films.
Yeah, NCR, this isn't Baywatch, all right?
Hey, I'm just saying, Angela White was in it. I had to watch it for art reasons.
Oh, of course, art reasons. Yes, of course. The second story we had, a Gronk allegedly ramming a police station. Because why not?
Okay, that's a new one.
But our main story, a psycho nearly bites off a victim's finger in a road rage attack.
First you have my curiosity, now you have my attention.
Police are hunting for a driver who allegedly bit a man's finger during a road rage incident in Melbourne's east. A 63-year-old Rowville man was driving westbound on Glenfern Road in Upway, I should be saying. Geez, what's wrong with me at the moment? In Upway around 3:15 p.m. on Saturday, when he realised the car driven by a man began tailgating his car and beeping the horn repeatedly. The Rowville man had been driving to the reduced speed of 40 kilometres an hour due to CFA backburning in the area at the time. The 2 cars continued westbound before they both came to a stop side by side at the intersection of Napoleon Road and Wellington Road. Vic Pole understand a verbal argument took place between the 2 drivers who remained in their cars. Both cars then turned onto Wellington Road, Rowville, in a westerly direction. It is during this time when the offending car allegedly swerved in front of the Rowville man's car and stopped. The other driver got out of his car and approached the Rowville man who had the driver's window down. Police will allege the other driver reached into the Rowville man's car and pushed him before he bit his finger.
Jesus.
The man returned to his car and allegedly drove off towards Wellington Village in Rowville. The Rowville man self-presented at a hospital where he required surgery for the wound on his finger. Police are investigating the road rage incident and are urging anyone with information to contact investigators. The male driver has been described as a Caucasian man, mid to late 40s, and was driving a light-coloured Kia Rio or similar with a female passenger. Now, I should point out that the Kia Rio has got a bit of a bad rap in Australia because of a certain ad that was played at the time when that first came out. And all I need to say about the particular ad with regards to Rio is keys in a bowl.
Ooh.
I'm not insinuating the guy in question engages in these kinds of shenanigans. Indeed. But, He does seem a little bit kooky, let's put it that way.
Yes.
But yeah, if you do happen to see this cretin as well and what he tends to do, please call Crime Stoppers, because I'm sure there are certain people who'd like to have a quiet chat with him.
Oh, yes.
So
Now, my number one, my gold medalist, I have to issue a trigger warning. This one is a very sensitive subject. I'm not going to make light of it. I'm just going to read this article because it is a very serious one. But my number one is the golden turd for the week, and we're all going to agree on this. A Florida man is accused of using his pet ferrets as bait to lure in children.
oh my god, what?
A Clearwater man is accused of using his pet ferrets as bait to lure children. This is coming again from News Channel 8, Tampa Bay. But a man was arrested on Tuesday, accused of allegedly of using his pet ferrets to lure children into his homes in attempts to inappropriately touch them. According to the arrest affidavit, Robert Rouse, age 36, invited children under the ages of 12 into his home under the pretenses of letting them play with his pet ferrets. Once inside, police said he waited until the child was looking into the fish tank where his ferrets were and began to encroach on his plans. The child told police that Rouse threw her onto a bed in an attempt to inappropriately touch her. Rouse, according to the reports and affidavit, when chatting with an undercover agent around this time, informed him of his plot and his plans to lure children in to take advantage of them. So according to the article, the undercover agent, after being informed of this horrible, horrible plan that this, let's just call it what it is, this fucking monster came up with, and notified authorities where Ross was attempting to lure more children in, arrested him. He was charged with lewd and lascivious molestation. There is no word if he is still in jail. I highly doubt he's getting bond, but just because I believe it's my civic duty to let people know about such crimes, even though I don't consider myself a news network. If anybody happens to have some, family members in the Clearwater or Pasco County, Pinellas County, Hillsborough County area, who may want to let some inmates know about this particular guy, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Consider it your civic duty.
I mean, look at this monster. This is a monster. This is not a man. He is a monster. He deserves nothing but the lowest punishments that we can humanly think of that would get considered a war crime. He is my golden turd for the week.
No argument here. He gets it. He absolutely gets it. He gets a one-way ticket to the wood chipper. Not even going to waste time on him.
I'm just going to throw him head first.
Yep, absolutely. And our MVP for the week. Well, we've got the two nominations. First off, we've got our K9 officer for the good work he did.
Yes, Officer Zork was a good boy.
Yep, very good boy. And the other one is our funny poster on YouTube with the lyrics apologizing on behalf of Perth to Brian Adams.
You know what? I hate to do this to Officer Zork because he did get his nom nom, so I'm sorry. But I got to give it to Brian, the poster for Brian Adams apologizing for Purr.
Oh,
I have to give it to him.
beautiful.
I have to give it to them.
It wasn't just good enough that he referenced one cracking Brian Adams song. He recognized two in the one go.
That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Talent. And you, sir, are an MVP. You will receive a $20 gift card to Becca's House of Secrets.
Yep.
A free meal voucher under $50 or less at the Holy Smoke Barbecue. And a free tart from Woody's Wood Chipper Emporium.
Absolutely. It's a shame he couldn't go that extra mile. If he got a third one, we'd be nominating him for the MVP of the year.
That's true. But I mean, I think receiving, the two gift cards and the free tart, it's great. It's a great award for all members of the MVPs from now on. I want to thank our sponsors for providing those gifts.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of another episode of the Crap Towns Florida Man Power Rankings. Don't forget to like and subscribe to NCR News Network, and make sure you go on Facebook to the Shit Towns of Australia Facebook page. Give them a like as well, because they do some amazing work in bringing this all together.
I can't thank them enough. They are, even if you just have 5 minutes to kill at work, you'll find a great few things on the Shit Towns of Australia Facebook page just to make your day better.
And if you want one as well, I'll give you an example. Some Valentine's Day hate mail / love letters from Bernie after they got mentioned, and one of them being, you forgot to mention your one-eyed shit rambling. The Bernie produced the world's best and sought after Caterpillar underground mining equipment until it was bought out and moved overseas. Do your research properly, D-head, and I'm not from Bernie.
I think he's from Bernie.
Oh, I think he's from Bernie. I think he is. That's in response to Bernie being described as once home to a paper mill, a paint factory, and an acid plant. The Tasmanian turd pit Bernie was for many years Australia's most polluted city, famous for its obnoxious odour and stained Red Sea.
Well, not wrong.
Not wrong indeed.
And on that note, I am NCR News Network.
I'm Anthony Caruso.
Be well, be safe, and we will see you guys next time.